All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Ardentry here, and we are back with the A through Z. This time we are taking a look at Ares, the god of war. He is a melee guardian, very much about kind of controlling the enemy, not super mobile in himself, but kind of limiting their options with his shackles and just kind of being a defensive opponent and kind of doing a bunch of damage over time, and then with his ultimate having a really big engage and really forcing an enemy team to kind of play around you. The game we actually had for Ares went really well. It's one of those characters I'm fairly confident. I think, yeah, I'm at like a 60% win rate, so he's all right. But it's one of those, if you can put that pressure on the enemy team with Ares consistently, he is just able to run rampant. He can also just really actually build up quite a bit of extra damage just from his passive, giving him extra additional magical power for every aura item he stacks. So all in all, really solid god, really good tank. You can also see him in the solo lane as well. He's in a pretty good spot. He's always kind of been really solid and always been a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, and I think this game was pretty evidentiary of that. So anyway, that's gonna be it. We'll get into the game. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Ares today. We are going to be going to support. We have our friendly team. There we go. Ares, Poseidon, Achilles, Bakasura, and Cupid. Enemy team, Merlin, Thanatos, Uller, Kefri, and Chak. Probably going to be an Uller and Kefri going opposed us to lane. We're going to start off with Sentinel's Gift, as well as get ready for our Gauntlet of Thebes, and grab some multi-pots and a couple words. And I usually, when I'm playing support, I like to leave an extra 100 gold just to kind of make my my item purchase just that much faster, because it's kind of hard to get gold as support, so I don't want to blow it all. So at Ares, pretty straightforward. He is kind of one of the OG tanks. So our passive is going to be a Blessed Presence. So each completed aura item that we own gives us an additional 30 magical power. And it's actually pretty common as well to see Ares in the soul lane, just because of how much damage he can do. But you're going to look for items like Gauntlet of Thebes that'll have like an aura attached to it, or like Mystical Mail, Pythagorean's Piece, those kind of items, which I say those because those are items I'm going to get, that will give us that passive bonus. Now, we did go ahead and start with our third ability, Searing Flesh. This is going to be just kind of a frontal cone that we can move with and channel for a time, and it's going to be doing damage over time, as well as to gods. It'll do a max health percentage damage. So we can really be aggressive, which is good because Cupid's clear is kind of slow early on. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of ward over here. Hello! Just be intimidating, pressure them back a little bit, and then that's the lane comps that I was expecting, so nothing super surprising there. We are going to go ahead and pick up our first ability, Shackles. This is going to be a straight line skill shot, and if we hit with it, we can continue to fire it up to 3 times as long as we continue to hit. Now, we're kind of slow when we don't really have an escape or any movement ability or anything like that. We're pretty kind of grounded, but this is how we can get around. So not only will this cripple, they have this buff, 100%, but we can go for the Naga. Oh, that's bad. That's bad, miss. We're gonna potion. Try and get my carry out of the way. Nice. Got the stun on the Euler. But again, we're kind of a grounded character. We don't really have a ton of mobility, but this is going to cripple them, as well as doing some damage, and it's gonna slow them, as well as giving us a movement speed burst boost per gun that we hit. So we are taking some damage here, kind of being aggressive just to make sure that we can compensate for, again, the fact that Cupid's clear is kind of slow early. Ow. That is level 3. We are going to pick up our bolster defense abilities. This is just going to provide an aura around us that is going to give us and allies some additional magical protection. I'm going to go ahead and push in as well. And take a couple of these guys. So that's good. That's all 3. We're going to continue to try and light these guys on fire. We are grabbed by Kefri, but I think we're okay. So playing pretty aggressive, but I think we're okay.
Looks like my armor's in need of repairs.
Good. Okay, so our first big dollar mark that we're looking for is 1750. That's gonna be how we get our Gauntlet of Thebes. So Bakasura is here. Didn't really get much of a gank from it. They kind of backed off. They probably have wards right there, so. Oh, I didn't see Bakasura got the buff. I was like, what the heck? We didn't see them invade. What happened? We can get these minions. We should probably go ahead and grab these harpies just to keep our carry fed. Other lanes look like things are going pretty well. Poseidon's gotten a little pressure, which is actually pretty impressive. We're gonna also order for that and give him a protection bonus, let him get out and be okay. They are looking to rotate here and steal this.
Should do the tracking for us.
But we don't have Cupid. Cupid is backing, which is, makes sense. So we're gonna hold and try and at least stall this minion wave a little bit. Looks like Bakasura is starting to rotate. Might be able to catch something with that Kefri, but I can't really get to it. And this is a huge minion wave that I need to save for my carry. If he can get here. Okay, so we are going to go back. We do have enough to get our gauntlet, get this stacking. This is going to stack by having minions die around us. I might be able to get to that buff in time. Maybe it's gonna be close. Nope. Okay. That's a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Looks like they are engaging really hard on Cupid. He does stun to get him out of here. I am going to just try and scare them. Light him on fire. Cupid is actually ulting. We're gonna get some pressure on Uller here. Good peel from the Kefri, honestly. That was really good. Okay, now we have our ultimate ability. So this is really what Ares is for. It is a big playmaking ult where we're gonna go into the area. It's gonna be like a circle around us. And we have a wind-up where we put these chains on enemy players. And then after the wind-up, we reel them in and stun them and do damage. Now, this is pretty much like the primary reason a lot of characters will go beads. If, you know, even if it's not traditional for them to get the purification beads, because there's an Ares on the team. Like, it is a very, very big playmaking ult. So, we keep leveling up our 3. If we can catch this and force one, especially for like a character like Uller who doesn't have a CC immune ult, we can really, if we can time when his beads are down, we can get a ton of engage out of this. And I'm just gonna try and scare him away from lane. That's the beads. Oh, my Cupid wasn't here. Whoops. Okay. I tunnel visioned a little bit there. So that's unfortunate. That's going to be like a 90-second cooldown. But we do get a kill in mid from Poseidon. If they can rotate up, he got a double kill, but Merlin kills the Bakasura. Gotcha, boy. Light him on fire, get a ton of pressure. Alright, let's get some vision around here. Poseidon seems to be doing well in his lane. He's almost actually got that tower down. Like, he's doing really well. Uller is pressed up pretty aggressively, so we're going to try and flank around him. Cupid is engaging. That's an ult. He's dead. Good job. That was a good gank. And let's go ahead. Instead of pushing the tower, because we want to be able to farm efficiently later, we're just going to steal his buff. Alright, that's good. Let's see if we can pressure this Merlin. Cupid's actually going to steal the power buff too. See if we can get something. Oh, he's going to freeze his wave. That's huge. Okay. That's fine. So now, this is pretty aggressive. But we get a big ult. Bring them all back in. We're gonna med cloak. Get the chain. Gotcha, boy. Okay. That's huge. They are pretty low. We're gonna go ahead and start leveling up our chain as well. Give some protections. This Poseidon is aggressive. Okay. Now, we do have a ton of gold, so we do need to kind of think about backing. But we do have our gauntlet fully stacked, so that is pretty great. Bakasura is going to invade and steal the red buff. I'm going to get this guy just so we can start trying to secure this obelisk. And clear out this minion wave. I don't really think my carry is gonna go for it, so I'm just gonna kill it. Oh, okay, now he's here. That feels bad. Alright. He's going for his buff, so that's fine. Alright. I really need to buy things. Okay. So, not really the most meta thing, but I'm actually going to pick up a Pythagorean's Piece. So, this is going to provide an aura, which is going to give us damage from our, like a damage bonus from our passive. But we are going to increase our fellow gods around us lifesteal, including ourselves. So, really, really strong. We'll probably also pick up a Pestilence and see if we can cancel out some of this. But like their Kefri is super behind on his stacks. He's only got 11 stacks on his gauntlet. So we are in a pretty dominant position. Looks like left is going well. They might be able to get some pressure on that Chuck. Cupid is going for Oracle Harpies. So we'll just maybe, make sure he's okay. Good. And that's a Kefri. Hello. I'm just gonna ignore him. Nice. Okay. We do see Thanatos nearby. We miss our chain. He's actually gonna ult to get out. Probably gonna engage on Poseidon. Yep. Nice, good. We're gonna kill this and walk away. That's huge. Let's go ahead and just give some protection because that's coming in. If we want to be really aggressive, we can start clearing these. Or we can get a kill on this chalk. Okay, we got 1,000 gold. Chalk has no clue that we're here, though. Oh, we suck. We missed our chain. Okay. I think we can walk away from this, though. We're just ult. Okay, we're very low. Thanatos is on us. Achilles might be able to distract him. We're fine. He's diving deep. Okay, and Shock does kill us. But Bakasura picks up a kill on the enemy Merlin. And we're in a pretty dominant position. Honestly, I had no business being there. But we're doing well. We are going to start working on making progress to our mystical mail. I am a sucker for this item. I enjoy it so much. I love just having that extra burning damage around us. And it's an aura. So big pog. I know a lot of people really go for like sovereignty and that kind of thing. I don't feel like it's that good. Now Poseidon does kill the right tier 1 tower. We do pick up a kill on the Thanatos from the Bakasura, and they are moving in on this chalk to see if they'll be able to kill him. He does have his tower there, so there's not a ton. It looks like Achilles is pretty out of mana as well. But I'll see if I can rotate and help. I have my ult, so like that could be huge. See if we can flank around. Doesn't really seem like he has wards. So we might just do a really aggressive ult here. Okay. Forced his ult, at least. Get a little damage off. Little Merlin here. Like, what you doing, little buddy? Okay. We're going to go ahead and Meg Cloak for this, just to try and keep everyone healthy, and burn, and we are just running it down. I think we just get this tower all day. They do pick up the kill on the Thanatos before he's able to ult away. And that's going to be a surrender. Oh no. Oh boy. That was quick. I mean, we were feeling really good. I don't even know whether to include that in the video. That was good. I mean, team played really, really well. Other items I probably would have looked into. Let me get just Ares in front of me. After we got the mystical mail, probably like a pestilence just to help with some of the enemy team's healing, usual stuff like that. And then maybe the Heartward amulet upgrade for like our glyph. Pretty standard tanky stuff. And then if anything, if we're really feeling good, there's the cloak that stuns. I can't think of the name of it. Could be really good. Or we could look at like a Pride win or something like that as well. Just super, super consistent stuff. But yeah, that was really good. team played really well. Our Poseidon was insane. That 16k damage versus 4k damage, that was a rough lane for this Merlin. And even the Uller only did 1.6k. Like, all in all, we played really well together. So GG's. I don't know whether to include that. I mean, I guess we can. Sure. That'll be this video. We will go ahead and call that a wrap. Ares is just super consistent, and it's one of those, like, you can just force the enemy team to play your game. That is how impactful his ult can be, and that's really good. So that's gonna be it. Next, we're gonna take a look at Artemis. So we will get that going for you guys, and we'll see you next.